Good evening there, Lorraine. Hey, sorry about that. I'm hoping a few of you might find this current link. I'm gonna go ahead and post it in the in the Facebook page. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties as we started out tonight, and I was unable to get that link to work for some reason. And so here is the new feed. So just give me 1 second while I go ahead and get the new feed posted onto the Facebook pages really quick. So we're gonna paste, post, and then we're gonna go to Lorain County and paste and post. Yes, Garen, I did get all of your messages. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it to for whatever reason, my camera wasn't working when I tried to log in. So that's what happened. But we're going to send this to Mr. Garen so he has a copy as well. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. But here we go tonight. We're going to discuss a few different things, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to share my screen with you guys so you can see what's going on. Hold on. So I'm hoping you guys will get the new link, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to kind of find it. But unfortunately, I was not able to get that previous link to work. So we'll wait a few minutes here for everybody to kind of figure it out. I do apologize for the glitch. Looks like we got one viewer now. So I do apologize for the glitch. For whatever reason, my camera wasn't working, and so I couldn't see a thing. I'm going to let it run for a couple more minutes while we get everybody in. But in the meantime, tonight we're going to be talking about some campaign donations. We're going to be talking about a little bit of everything, but we're going to talk about the potholes in South Lorain. We're also going to be talking about the familiar political names that we see on these campaign donations. We're going to be talking about a quick update on the second subpoena that I've received in 2 days on the Garen Petty saga. And yeah, so we'll move forward from there. I'm going to do a little bit something different. I'm going to try to share my screen with you guys. I'm hoping that it'll work. We've got, I'm going to bring this share screen up. So here we go. So what we have right here is we have, hold on. I bet you I'm getting this. What do you mean it doesn't work? Well, here, I'll try to share it again. Somebody's in it. Well, here, I'll send you another one, Mr. Garrett. I don't know, try that one. Okay. Garen's in, so now we're all good. So, yeah, we're good. So what we have here today is we have the friends of Tony Demacchia, and all of his fundraiser information. And we were kind of going through the different donations and people that donated. So here we got you know he donated 30 to Rich, which I mean expenditures, I guess, whatever. He gave 50 to Mr. Bradley. He gave 50 to the Pompel Foundation. $334 to GFS. I'm not sure what items for a fundraiser. Sam's Club, IVA Post. I mean, most of this stuff is pretty standard, donations, whatnot for, political campaign. I like this one here. I mean, I get it. You guys are allowed to donate who you want to donate to. But, it goes off to what I've been saying about, we donate to each other. Um, I mean, that's cool. That was a fundraiser. Just a lot of names I recognize. Some I recognize, some I don't. I know that. That's interesting. But we're going to roll down a little bit more and we're going to get to some more interesting things, I promise. This stuff's kind of boring. Sam's Club, Office on Aging. I mean, that's nice that you're donating money to them. The fun one has yet to show itself. I've only gone through these. Like some of these I haven't even gone through yet because I just got home from work a little while ago, and we were having trouble just getting the thing up and running. But there's one I know that it's in here that's already been shown to me, and I'm just kind of scrolling for that one. I think. Where was that one at, Garen? Did I already pass it? Or is it on a different page? Well, near the last page. Keep going down. We'll try down. I'll look down here at the bottom. So it stops here, 1 of 9. I mean, you're looking at this, Garen, as I'm going through it. You're the one that took the picture. So if you see something that looks familiar, I know you know which one I'm looking for. Okay. I must be missing one, Garen, because I don't see it. Because this is the last page. Okay, well. Well, you know what? I can just let me look it up on this. Yeah, I don't see it, bro. Was that on Demachia's? Or was that on someone else's? Like this one. I apologize for my disarray, but I thought we were on the right page here, and it's possible that we're not. Well, while my assistant here looks for what he's looking for, what we're going to do real quick is we're going to stop the screen share, I guess, for a minute, if I can. Yes, I cannot. Well, as Garen is looking for that, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the fact that I've been looking at these pothole repairs today. And if you look down Fairless Road, I took a video today, and Fairless Road is just destroyed. Like all of the patches that were done have all come up, and I've been watching in all of the other pages, and what we see in a lot of the other pages is people posting about these potholes, and it's not just Fairless; it's all over Lorraine. Like no matter where you're at, people are reporting it. They're reporting it in every ward, and I get it. It's that time of year, right? But at the same time, while it may be that time of year, it does feel like maybe we could have done a better job. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on all this, but why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we be able to figure out our streets before now? Why would we be looking around Lorraine and seeing all of these issues and all of these holes, and then we barely patch them, and they're coming back up again? There's just rocks everywhere. And as one person pointed out, they were like, "Well, hey, if we put this stuff up, what's going to end up happening is, they use the rocks from the street to break into our cars. And that did happen. Somebody said that happened. And then I see all these rocks in the street in front of the school. And it just, it concerns me. It makes me think, like, what are we doing? Why are we bothering? That just feels like a waste of time, a waste of effort to continue to fill these things and have them just pull right back up. Then to top all that off, it's in front of the school. And that school situation has just been a train wreck. All I've been seeing at the school is just time after time after time after time of that area being patched and then not being fixed. Now they have a sign up, and the sign tells us that, no left turn from, whatever, but nobody pays attention to that stuff. So what we end up having happen is that it just backs all the way up. It backs all the way out when you're dealing with people all the way out to the street. And so all you see there is just a clash of situations on the street, and on Fairless as everyone's coming into the school, and I just don't know what to do about that. So real quick, since I'm not sure where the one we were looking for is at, I just kind of want to go over. So this was the campaign donations to Mr. Radiff, and so I'm gonna just kind of blow this up a little bit. Now, there's a few people in this one that surprised me, that I feel like maybe, and I get people are allowed to donate, but then when you start looking at that thing I posted earlier, right? Like, well, what if, let's say that they're, I don't know, the guy's boss? That would be a problem, you would think, right? This guy here, I mean, whatever, he's county, he's fine. Man. Self contributions, family contributions, no big deal. When people say that campaign finance is a lot of work, it is, folks. I got to give them a lot of credit for doing all of this, but interesting. This is pretty much everyone that was paid out on that list. I feel like that last name's familiar. That was nice. As was that. Feel like there was one person in particular, although I don't know. Was that the person you? That's not. There was a lot of sheets turned in for his campaign, unfortunately. There's only one or two in particular that we're really looking to see at this point. And I think we're coming up on them. Yeah, I know tonight's going to be kind of boring, guys. I'm sorry, but we're pretty much going through what this stuff is boring stuff. This is why nobody ever really looks at campaign finance. But what you're seeing here is a record of where money goes, who's donating, who they're donating to. You know, some of these people, may or may not do business with these cities. But there was one in particular in here that was interesting. And this one it feels like they duplicated a lot of this in some cases, but page 29, okay. Oh, okay. That's why. So we have another one for him that I didn't pull up. So he just sent the email to me. So we'll pull that up in a second. I'm just trying to find the one you know about here, Garen. That well, I don't see that one either. I bet you that's on the second one for Mr. Radif here. Is when we go through this, and one of the people donating to him, I believe, is his boss. And there was, I think, a second page of this one too. So, well, what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna check my email. Okay. Well, then the question is, how do I share this next screen? I'm really sorry, guys. I am still getting used to this whole screen share thing. I don't need to pop out dashboard. Well, alrighty. Analytics. It says screen share. Stop sharing. Well, that's not the one we want to talk about, is it? And now I'm having issues again. All right, there we go. So, okay, now we should be able to do it. Sorry about that. So we're going to open this up. We're going to go back to here. All right, I think I got it now. I'm sure another message is coming in from Garen. All righty, so here we go. Here, there was so many to share from his campaign, but this was the second set that we were sent, and Karen says it's on page like 29, I think. I mean, they all act like they don't like each other, but oh, yeah, there's one. That one's a beauty. Yeah, I get it. They're allowed to donate to each other. Recognize that name. If I happen to go past it there, Gary, you just let me know. But yeah, I did that one. I did that one while you were searching for this. We're looking for one in particular, folks, and you'll know why when we see it. You know, I didn't even see this one. Look at that one, Garen. I mean, guys, look, in the grand scheme of things, like a lot of these aren't problematic. I mean, look, we all donated to each other. I get it, right? There's a few though that concern me, and this would be the one. This was the one we were looking for. Now, I'm no expert on everything that happens to do with campaign finance, but I feel like this one's interesting. On October 16th of 2024, $500 is donated. And by our chief of police to Mr. Demakia. Now, I really need to go through the laws that I posted earlier to really disseminate whether that is something that's legal, period. Which it very well may be, because you should be able to contribute monetarily to people. I think the problem comes in is that when he's the head of the committee that decides the funding for your department, that becomes the problem. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe we're all okay with that. Maybe it's okay that we do that. Maybe it's okay that we let the chief of police donate $500 to the guy that does his budget. That just feels yucky. I mean, these are unions, so they can do it. This one donates a lot to a lot of people. I was reading something online about these, but see, this goes back to my statements about these friends of accounts. Okay, so he's gone. Now you got this friends of account that was for political purposes, and it's just writing text to other people. It just, I don't know. And in some cases, it's for like the greater good, and I get it. But I see a lot of the same names, and then they're, oh, we're going to donate here, we're going to donate there, we're going to donate here and there. And where does it stop? So, like, people donate to help your campaign, and then whatever's left, you just get to give out however you see fit. I mean, the reason why I opened up mine the way I did and plan on closing it down as soon as it's done is because I don't want this hanging over me. It's a lot of money. So let's look back here. So we have page 21. Look at that. So we have Mr. Levesque donating $250 on August 14th of 2023. I mean, again, most of these people are allowed to donate, but if he works for Mayor Radif now and works with Mayor Radif there, and is also like getting like jobs in Sheffield Lake, God, how do they justify that? You know, how do they justify that if they're working for each other, that this is the scenario? I mean, it's fine, whatever, right? I mean, that was in kind, actually, Garen. So, of all of them, like, I would look at half-heartedly, it would be an in-kind DJ donation. I don't even, at this point, I'm honestly scared to go through all of more in 24. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I don't think you did either. I'm kind of just going through it as hey, that's not me. This guy's name pops up a lot. He hand wrote in most of his. Whoever did the paperwork did. Man, I seriously think I'm just going to take the little bit that I get, put it into signs, and be done with it. This stuff, like, when you look at this campaign stuff and in the light of how much we're spending for people to get elected. Granted, I know it's donations, it's this, it's that. But I mean, that's brutal. So many people have friends of. Hmm. Way to support that Republican. And you gave him a job. That's nice. All these other Republicans, just this one Democrat, huh? Hey, that was nice. I'm assuming I'm not going to get a donation this year. I mean, that's just a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We don't like that guy. At least it was only $24. Look at that, another one. Petticoat for judge. Oh, if you have an issue, I got a tissue. Interesting. While we all starve, they spend money on their campaigns. What do you need a console for? Consulting. Look, there he is again. Yeesh. My buddy Mark. It's Mark. See, that's why Mark's so mad that I always come after his guy. That's his guy. Give him the $48. Mark's the big spender. And that's the end of the particular reports that we're looking at on Dave there. What we got here? We got a little Riddell. Yeesh. Just a carryover. Man. I get it. It takes money to win elections. And in most cases, there's zero things wrong with any of this money collected. We should all just be aware of who, what, when, where is collecting what, and how. That name looks familiar. I mean, let no one say that I don't equal opportunity on this stuff. And again, I know this is all boring crap, but this is our government. Like, you guys just need to be aware. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, Mikey, out on Santa Claus Road. Ho, ho, ho. My buddy. And I know none of this is winning me any friends with anyone, and I don't really care because it's all public records, guys. Like, until you realize that, until you start to realize that this boring stuff is your government, that this boring stuff is like, it's what it is. You know, Joseph Gross here just keeps popping up. Dan Gross, $1,000, 2,000, 35 on $35 there. Now, mind you, guys, you have to realize this is all legal. Like, contributions are legal. People can do contributions. I'm not saying anything in any of this is illegal. I'm just pointing out the way money changes hands amongst everyone, how it's floated around, how your money's spent, who it's spent on, and in some cases, how money goes to certain Republicans and then in some cases Democrats. Like, I just don't get why you would support Petticourt over Brumke, or why you would support Tomlinson over Silo. If we're all supposed to support Republican, and everyone's probably gonna get mad at me for throwing, Republicans out here like this, but if we're supposed to support Republican, you guys only support Republicans you like. Here's my other buddy, Mr. Williams. Interesting. Most of this is just payments, like payouts for printing, for screens. It's giving me a lot of ideas on where I can go to get campaign stuff. So Super Printer's another good one, I guess, on Northbridge Road. I should check them out. Yeah. Apparently, see, you guys, when you say you should run for county commissioner, even if I would ever be accepted that way. Look at this. Look at all the money they have to raise just to get elected. And you know that the Democrats had to raise the same, right? This is what a campaign costs, folks. When you guys think about your political, goals, and you see every year people asking for money and them saying, "Hey, we're going to do this. This is why. This is what you know." Stuff like this, the Lyric Chronicle, you're going to pay for advertising. All of that, I'm totally okay with. Like all of that, you should be spending that money on the advertising. Even donating to some good causes. When you donate to each other, I don't know, whatever. It feels weird. Hey, look at Ziggy Zaggies. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys. That we're like, and certain people are funding it. That's why I can't run for county commissioner. That's apparently what it takes. Alrighty. So with that, we're going to stop our screen share because that's the campaign reports. So let me end that if I can figure out how to do that again because I had done it once before. Again, this is all new to me on the screen sharing. Manage. I'm not sure I jumped it out last time. There's your buddy, Garen. Mallory Santiago. All right, folks. So now we're back to the podcast. And so we're going to go back to what we were talking about. I got a second subpoena from the city of Lorain this morning. So this was the first one I got. I got this one from the bailiff a couple of days ago. And then this morning I get this, the exact same one from Sergeant. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out in the campaign finance reports. I'm gonna post all this online afterwards, so it'll all be up on the page. You can check out. We have Elliot Palmer, who also donated to Rocky Radiff, who nominated him as a police officer shortly thereafter. But got the second one for Garen's little hearing, and I just said, "Look, I'm not doing this. Like, we're not gonna keep subpoenaing Aaron showing up in my house. I've told them 1,000 times I don't have this video. The lawyers told them I don't have the video. He told Radif, he told the others, we don't have the video. And yet here we are, still getting subpoenaed for the stupid video that I don't have. I can't produce what I don't have. And you guys keep coming to my house and it feels like harassment. I just don't like it. And so I'm not okay with it. I need you guys to stop. On a side note, I did get a little fun thing today. I got subpoenaed to a grand jury. I'm obviously not going to be able to go. This was dated, I just got it, but it says dated beginning in April, which again, just can't because of my employment and the clients that I see. So I got another subpoena in the mail from Jack asking me to be in a grand jury, which is not going to happen, hopefully. I mean, just based on everything that I have and know, like, I feel like that's a bad idea as well. But hey, it is what it is, right? And then, so when we looked through all that, we had the who's who of all these people in Lorain that are contributing to these campaigns. I'm gonna post all that stuff on the page after this is done. I'm just double checking to make sure I covered everything that I had in my original title. Yeah, that's pretty much all I was going to cover today. I'm gonna finish up with the pothole saga again, but I do want to point out on this Garen Petty thing, like the city has spent $5,000 so far to jury duty. They summoned me for grand jury. And yeah, that ain't happening. But Garen's been dealing with this case of his, and they've been subpoenaing me because they believe I have evidence. So imagine that your city government believes you have evidence that they should have of videos inside their building. Mary Springowski, took video of that day. I wasn't at City Hall in July. I wasn't at that meeting in July where Garen went back there. I have no video of that day. One day, because I was feeling rather ornery, because everybody was saying, "Hey, you gotta." I kept seeing all these people on my feed, and every time I would see them, I'd be like, "Why are these people on my feed? Why are the police in my feed, the city in my feed during the day when they're supposed to be at work?" So I said that I had the video of more. I told them that it basically exonerated Garrett. So now they want it, and it doesn't exist. But I also told them I do have a 90-day policy on all of my videos are scrubbed after 90 days. Don't know what to tell you. That's my social media policy. Secondly, I'm not giving you something I don't have. And, you can subpoena me 3 times to my house. It's not going to make a difference. If you do it a 4th time, I can't give you what I don't have. And I don't want to be bothered. And I don't want to participate in trying to prosecute a citizen for something that is not a crime. I mean, and again, if you didn't charge Tia, you can't charge Garen. That's all I'm saying. And if that's the case, then if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Last, we're gonna finish up on the potholes again. Like, these potholes are just, I get it, guys. Like, it's that time of year. But go on the Lorain page and look at all of the posts on the potholes. I posted a ton of stuff on the pages about the potholes. I've reposted posts from other pages about the potholes. It's the number one concern of people in Lorain. So when they ask me, like, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to do what the Madhouse guys said to do. At the end of every council meeting, I will close with miscellaneous concerns on getting the streets in my area fixed, or at least haranguing and harassing them until they do, just to shut me up. So I just drove down Fairless today, and it's just horrible. I have my daughter video coming home from school. There's rocks everywhere. There's rocks all out in front of the drive area. And, our teachers at that school are doing good work. Miss Jackson, Miss Morgan, the teachers, they have, vehicles that they rely on to get them to and from work. And to have to drive out of there like that and suffer that just feels wrong. If you're gonna support the kids, if you're gonna support the staff, then you're gonna have to rebuild our roads. We need our roads rebuilt. Like that's the road to the future, literally and figuratively. So, guys, I know tonight was a little boring. I'll look for some more exciting topics in the future, but campaign finance is not something that's fun. But part of what I'm going to run on is changing the campaign finance laws. Like, I'd like to see some of these people who are prolific donors. I mean, why do you need that much money? Like, I just feel like there's a lot of money floating around amongst these political donations that aren't maybe necessary, and there's a lot of names in there that kind of concern me. I for one would love to know why certain people, like, again, I don't know. Like, it feels like the chief of police shouldn't be donating to the guy that decides the police budget. But maybe that's legal. I'll have to check. If it is, then I stand corrected. But it feels like a lot of people around here have been doing a lot of what they want and not what they should. So, in going through all those names, I see a lot of people who attack me, and it makes sense now. I see what's going on. So, once again, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to this podcast. This is episode number 4. I apologize for the issues that we had on the first part of the video. Not getting it up and running tonight, but for whatever reason, the cameras didn't want to work. So, this has been episode number 4. Thanks for tuning in. This has been our episode on campaign finance and some questionable donations from some individuals to campaigns, both failed and otherwise. Again, it just makes me wonder why you voted against her, or you didn't give any money to her. I just don't get it. You gave the money to Petticourt. Why are more people upset about that? I just don't understand. People say I'm not a Republican, but yet you'll pay for Petticourt, a Democrat, to run for judge, but not Brenke, a Republican. You make sense of that for me. I only had 3 signs in my yard, guys: Brenke, Hall, and Solo. And in those campaign finance reports, I see you putting money down for JD, not for Solo. Yeah, you gave some money to Hall, but you gave money to Petticourt, not Brenke. And I think I saw Miles in there donating to Riddell, but nobody really donated to Brimke. She ran a good, solid, clean campaign. Kudos to you. I'm glad you're sitting on the bench now. The best person for the job won that race. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode on campaign finance, the most boring topic known to man. And go ahead and check out the posts. We're going to post them up for your viewing pleasure on the page. You can go through it all and check it out on your own. In the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. Law enforcement, you be lawful, not awful. Everybody else in Lorain, stay safe out there. It's rainy, rainy, rainy. So watch out while you're driving. We'll talk to you guys soon. Make it a wonderful day. Aaron Knapp, I'm out.